Welcome to SAD TV's news. I am Shanna Esbury, your presenter. In our top stories, Levi Peter to hold interim position as DPP. Bahamas look to Middle East for growth. Syria crisis, UK to put forward UN resolution. And in sports, Chris Gayle to appear in music video. Details of these will follow.
Yeah. I know that things are tough, but we will make it out. Dominica, we all gonna make it one day. The pressures of the system make us lose around. Oh yeah, we all gonna make it one day. Yeah, listen now, there's something that I wanna say to you. You get me so angry. Yeah man, this is Emma Moses, and you're watching SAT News, the People's Choice, yeah? Make it bless, make it bless, make it bless. Love.
Welcome back. President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Mr. Felix Wilson, says several workshops, beginning with the National Doping Workshop held earlier this week, is geared towards attracting at least 40 persons in the sports administration. This will include the national federations, education units and officers, the sports division and the drug prevention unit. The project, launched in June 3rd of this year, will consist of 6 workshops. The second to be launched in mid-September, geared towards physical education, teachers and coaches.
PE teachers from the secondary schools and the coaches from national federations. Again, that will be a train-the-trainer exercise. We are going to be recording everything here today and use the recording. I hope the facilitators will allow me to do that. The copyright will be permitted as part of their contribution, and we'll use that for subsequent workshops. We'll have in 4 districts, north, south, east, and west, so that 4 plus this 2 will constitute the 6 that we informed UNESCO we will be having.
He informed us that there will be outreach programs within schools throughout the island, and officials such as education officers and members of the drug prevention unit are expected to make an appearance. There will be discussions with the youth on doping, particularly with regards to sports.
We will give to at least half the population of primary schools. There are 60 primary schools and 17 secondary schools. At least half the population of each grouping will get pencils for the second primary school, with the saying, "Say no to doping," and with UNESCO logo and WADA's logo on these pencils.
The objectives to be achieved include
to educate through training, workshops and seminars with athletes, coaches, sports officials and administrators on anti-doping and substance abuse in the fight against doping in sport. To engage stakeholders in supporting the activities of NADO Inc., to provide participants in workshops and seminars with necessary skills and information on anti-doping code and rules and the UNESCO Convention for dissemination in communities.
performance enhancers like steroids and other forms of doping have a negative effect on long-term health. In other news, Father Franklin Coffey, parish priest for St. Anne and St. Paul's constituency, has informed SAD TV's news that preparations have already begun for the parish's extravaganza, carried for Sunday, July 27, 2014. This exciting event will be held under the theme, or history, or heritage, or heroes, or heroines, which simply means gathering the parishioners together. Father Coffey said some of the main concerns within the parish include unemployment, drug abuse, and family mishaps.
We do believe, the parish is a very vast parish from Kingsfield to Massac, Campbell, Warner. It's a huge constituency. And there's a great deal happening in the parish. So we, in fact, even in preparing for this year's activity, I approached the village council and they were planning. I approached the fisher folks and they said, well, it's late now, let us start planning for next year, 2004. And we are having our first planning meeting with the fisher folks tomorrow evening, right on their compound in the fisheries office. And what we want to do this year is to highlight, it's always a negative we want to look at a positive aspect.
Companies within the parish, such as the National Bank of Dominica, Dominica Coconut Products, the fishing industry, and Breezes Mart are also on board with this event. According to the parish priest, our heroes, including Dr. Etienne, will be highlighted and commended, and it's hoped this initiative will help us to appreciate who we are as a people. Although 2014 may seem far for some time, Father Coffey disagreed, whilst reminding us of the many upcoming activities within the space of now and July 27th, 2014.
As an organizer, I think you need time. You need time to plan. And, July is a short way. We have the Creole Festival in October, you have Independence celebration, then you have Christmas on you. Then before January comes, you have Carnival. So actually there is not much time. So between Creole Festival and Carnival, there can be no meetings. We cannot think of calling meetings during those activities. So I think the earlier we plan, in fact, we already have in negotiating for our Christmas calendar. And by the way, to coincide with the World Cup, we will be using the color yellow and green, the Brazil color, that will be symbolized.
This event will be showcased as a mini World Cup since it is taking place during the World Cup season. A number of young individuals will also be employed for the event. It will feature music, dance, sports, goat race, crab race, fishing and arts and crafts.
So we'll be looking at the education system, the arts and craft. In fact, the old mill is also part of our parish, and we may just have I know in the past we have had some queen competitions or teen competitions, so we're hoping that we will spread out the activities during the weekend. So we are looking at the weekend of July 27. And one of the things the fishermen always have during the parish feast is a fish night.
A similar event was held in 1988, raising over $38,000. In more news, the fishermen from the Soufriere, Scots Head and Gallia constituency are now concluding that it is much easier to access fuel for fishing. The St. Mark's Fisherfolk filling station not only benefits the fishermen but the entire community.
The 50 cents which the Prime Minister said about is 50 cents is for the going on the cooperative. But with that 50 cents, I think it's supposed to share in three ways. One for the cooperative, the fishermen have to get rebate, but you have to be a member on the cooperative to receive the rebate. Now, I think it shares in three ways. One for the society, one for the cooperative, and one for the needy of the people.
Over the past years, the fishermen from these communities struggled with obtaining gas for their boats to go fishing, and for them this issue was becoming problematic.
It is beneficial for the fishermen, not only the fishermen, it is beneficial for the fishermen and also to the bus drivers and the other transport who use gas, because it is to solve for anybody. As long as you come with your money, you will receive gas. Now, to show the benefit of it for the fishermen, especially the fishermen, certain years ago, we had to go right down to Roseau, to buy gas. On the other way, getting problems with some of the drivers, buses, because the buses is not entitled to take gas for anybody, because it is a hazard.
The facility has assisted the fishermen by providing them with fuel at a reasonable price, while making available a rebate of 50 cents available to them for every gallon of gas purchased.
We used to send and buy our gas on-board transport, and those drivers, they are not allowed to send to buy gas on board the bus. Every fisherman was happy to pay $5 for one thing to fill up. So now we have our gasoline station there. They do a good thing for us. Because if we reach late ashore, they have to hire a transport and to send and buy gas in town. But now we're getting our gas there. Anytime they come, they can buy the gas.
The filling station was officially launched on Tuesday, August 20th, and is being managed by the cooperative in that community.
I would like to thank our Parrep and the Minister, Pedro Craib, who's helped us with that gas station, because if you would go fish today and then you had a good catch, at any time you might came in, you would have a problem to buy gas. If it's too late, you can get a vehicle to go and buy gas for you. Also, the bus drivers, they used to buy gas for is a problem. People complaining about the smell of the gas. So right now, we have the gas there right now. It's beneficial for us right now.
The project was funded by the Venezuelan government through the Petrocarib Fund. In more stories, Attorney General Levi Peter has been appointed Dominica's Acting Director of Public Prosecutions. Mr. Peter will hold the position until October 31st, until Mr. Kurt De Freitas, a Guyanese national, takes over as Director of Public Prosecutions.
In the interim, the Attorney General has been appointed to act in the position of Director of Public Prosecutions to cover that gap. Section 71, subsection 3 of the Constitution provides that a public officer, Attorney General, can hold both positions. So if you are a political appointee, so if a member of Parliament is Attorney General, he or she cannot at the same time hold the position of Director of Public Prosecutions.
However, if someone is a public officer, they can either hold the position or act in that position for a period of time. Mr. Peter said Mr. Kurt De Freitas, who has been appointed as DPP, has held significant positions in Guyana and abroad.
Person is a gentleman by the name of Kurt De Freitas, UBEQC. So State Council, which is what they call theirs in Guyana, for Senior Legal Advisor and Principal Legal Advisor. Moved on to Senior Legal Advisor, Principal Legal Advisor, and that's in Guyana as well. So 79 to 86 worked in Guyana, then subsequently worked in the Attorney General's Chambers as Principal Crown Counsel in Montserrat.
According to the newly appointed acting DPP, Mr. De Freitas also worked as Senior Principal Counsel for 1 year, acting Attorney General in Anguilla for almost 3 years, and worked as an Attorney General for almost 7 years in St. Helena, among others. Prior to this appointment, Mr. Julian Privot also served as the DPP from May to July of 2013. When the position became vacant, it was reported that Chief Magistrate Evelina Baptist was being considered for that position. However, in early August, it was announced that De Freitas had been appointed as the new DPP. And in other stories, the Paybush Organizing Committee, in collaboration with Paybush School and the Parents Teachers Association, will celebrate their 50th anniversary celebration from September 15 to the 22nd. The village of Paybush and the school community is coming together for a lifetime event, a felicitation of their alma mater. In September this year, the Paybush Primary School will have been in existence for 50 years, which is a major achievement for any institution. The school has said to have had significant impact on the education, the building of human capital, quality of life, and the success of a community, and continues to play an integral part in the life of the community of Paybush. Since its inception in 1963, it has provided primary education for persons within the community, but has been central to cultural and social development. This year's major milestone, a Golden Jubilee theme is Years of Class 1963 to 2013, Education for Now and Beyond. The main objective is to provide the opportunity to reflect on the achievements of the Paybush Primary School and its contributions to community and national development. A week of activities will run from September 15th to the 22nd, 2013, to include principals, teachers, students, parents, and community members. And in our final story, the Rough and Ready Band is to make a comeback to assist in the fight to help drug users and abusers. Okay, so Mr. Bob, we've been hearing about a possibility of the Rough and Ready Band reuniting for a cause. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, well, we decided to get back together. Something that we've been touring the idea of, getting back together for a long time now. But we realized that we need to speed up that process, or we needed to speed up the process because we have a situation that has really hit home, like really close to our hearts, because one of our original members have succumbed to drug abuse. And the bright idea came up among us that we should get back together and see if we can get him to bounce back in a meaningful way. The idea of doing that really is that we could set up a foundation and that he could benefit from if we could contribute to it. And the ultimate idea is to get him into a rehab center. We are closer to the US right now, the two other members of the band who's doing this together with me, they live in the US and we work in the US every now and again. So it's easier for us to just house him there in a facility that will work for him. So that's basically the idea. And we have recorded an album as we were together during this summer. We were touring in the US. And the title track of the album is My Brother's Keeper. And the whole idea behind it is to sensitize people and to sort of bring his heart closer to reality and ensure that it can bring him back in some positive way, and with the hope that he will not go back. Because the whole idea of it is to express love and to let him know that he's still wanted. And then now we will need funds to get him into a facility. So basically that's it, and we're just hoping that the public will see it fit to support us in that drive. Now, the foundation is not just for moving, obviously. We're hoping that other members of the society will benefit, folks who have fallen to drug abuse and who have some relation to entertainment. For instance, we have a number of entertainers in Dominica, musicians, who have fallen to alcohol abuse. And many of them have lost their mind because of the abuse of maybe cannabis or even hard drugs. And we're hoping that this will continue so that they themselves can benefit in the same way that we're hoping that moving can benefit. So that's basically the idea, and we're putting our lives behind that.
Okay, and for the foundation, do you have a committee already set up?
We are in the process of putting that together, but there is a committee because the group is a group, really. And different members of the group are responsible for different things. I am the one who's responsible for the media aspect of it in terms of public relations and so on. And I will be doing the outreach in terms of getting responsible persons to assist in getting the structure together and getting the whole thing to happen.
Okay, and what is the name of the foundation? Have you thought of a name as yet?
I think that is something we'll throw out at the public because we really want the public involved, and if the public can name it, then I'd be very happy because we want them to embrace it, because it's not just something for ourselves. We have no real benefit in it apart from the fact that we're hoping to get the satisfaction, the gratification of seeing it work. But we want the public to embrace it. It's something we're throwing out there so that they can hold on and run with it. But I would really like it to be something like maybe My Brother's Keeper.
Somewhere along those lines.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, apart from your new CD being released and how do you intend, and people donating to the foundation, how do you intend to gain more revenue for that foundation?
Well, we ourselves will contribute because we have a few tours in the US lined up. We will contribute. The band will be functioning fully throughout the year. As I said earlier, we're just coming from a tour of Missouri, and we're looking at doing some more work in the Florida area in December. So being back together, and we're all musicians professionally, we have ways of generating income through performance, through live performance and intellectual property, of course. So definitely, as far as our end of it, we will be able to contribute because of the fact that we're in business and we're back together. And then we will write to a number of other associations around the world that usually support drives like this. And I can tell you there are many of them, and we know how to get to them.
Let's say I want to donate $500 right now to the foundation. Who do I contact? Who do I speak to?
You contact me, and then I will tell you, look, this is the account, and this is where the check should be, or the name the check should be written to, and so on. So there is already a way that you can get going, and it's wonderful. I'm happy that you're going to contribute $500. Yeah.
So there's no email address or anything set up as yet for that.
I would say by Monday we will start to publish the email address and so on, or maybe even before that, because we are already writing to some businesses for assistance, because we need to get a few things printed and so on. And we definitely will have that information. Maybe by Friday, hopefully, that will publish.
This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, the regional highlights.
Support Kadas Lipso. Come on, take a chance. Beat me. Try your luck. Get registered. I am registered. To beat me, you have to beat the best. King Kadas Lipso competition. Remember the deadline, August 31st. Register today with NCCU. Uteka jwe sa cowboy to levad wedding. Café Peba tout moun le ou mou teka libishi. SAT Telecoms, the people's choice, and SATnet is the better choice. Together with NCCU, one big family.
Have you ever wanted to order on the internet but don't own a credit card, or you're just fed up of the high prices of items locally? Well, the solution is Kemet's Online Services. Kemet's Online Services order a wide variety of items and get your items in as quick as 5 to 10 days. For placing orders or for more information, call 614-9550. The sky's the limit with Kemet's Online Services.